Hey everybody, it's Gear Core EDC property walk number 2. I'm going to venture out with a walk down to the river. I would go the path that is traveled by vehicle, but it has a lot of ruts and cutouts from erosion from all the rain and the storms we have. So I'm going down a little path my wife created to get down to the river with a lawnmower or golf cart. So I'm using a cane to walk. This is God's country right here. It's sort of slow going down. I don't want to lose my footing. Once I get down to even ground, I'll lean my cane up against a tree and try to walk without it, so I can have a hand free to show you some knives while I walk. I've instructed to my son to come and check on me if I ain't back in a certain amount of time to make sure I haven't fallen. I think I'm doing pretty good for going on a week and 4 days since my surgery, my XLIF, which is what I call a pretty major surgery. They call it invasive because, you know, it's a lot better than what they did 15 years ago. I'm going in from the side instead of the back, even though on this surgery they operated from the side and the back to be able to install the hardware for the spacers they put in from the side. They had to put through the back TWOSUN incisions about 3 inches long to install the hardware, the titanium bars and screws to hold the fused vertebrae together that they put the spacers in. I'm going sort of slow. You can see that this is, you know, pretty wooded area. Fall is starting to happen, so there's a lot of leaves on the ground. I know some people might say that this is ugly, but you know, with all the trees that have fallen over the years from storms, and you know, I could spend countless hours, me and my family, my wife and my boys and my daughter could come down here and really clean things up, but it's just not meant to be at the particular time. I give my wife credit. She is the one over the years that we've been here for upkeeping this path to the river, mowing and keeping debris out. Bless her heart, she hasn't been able to get down here in a while because she's been taking care of me, but she does all the work. I give her all the credit. She has done so much. She is a good woman. She is not afraid to work. She is not a homebody. She believes in getting out and really working the land. Once I get past, this is the path that goes all the way to the river. I'm gonna get past this little bit of debris here and set my cane to the side. Like I said, so I can have a hand free, so I can show you some pocket knives and stuff. I have probably 2 or 3 pounds of knives on me that I'm going to show you, and when I start showing knives, if I remember the model number of the knife, I will say so. If not, I will put it in the description when I download or upload this video. You can see it sort of starting to open up. All this work is my wife's hard work. There's multiple paths I could take to the river. Up here, I'm getting ready to, you can take a left and go, or a right, or stay straight. I mean, forgive me. I'm going to stay straight because it's an easier path to walk. This is a country boy, or, you know, even though my wife picks on me, she says I'm not country, I'm city, which she's probably right. I've spent more time living in the city than I did in the country. She is an Ellie Mae. She believes in saving wildlife and nurturing them. She's a good woman. She was meant for me. This is a path over here to the left that she has done an enormous amount of work on, that also will go to the river. Okay, I'm getting to the point here to where I'm going to set my cane to the side and continue walking. I don't know if you can see off in the distance that there's a deer stand back there that I've killed one deer out of, that was harvested for food and not for sport, many years ago. There's a lot of debris. Okay, I'm going to go over here and set this cane to the side right here on this tree so I can walk. There's my cane. I wish I could say that was one of those fancy sword canes, but it's just one of those standard collapsible canes that a good friend of mine, Sam, at work donated to me, that he used. So God is good, you know, I didn't have to pay for that. This path here is just beautiful. Again, this was my great-grandfather's land. The man that I'm named after. Slow and easy. I'm trying to walk and get my bearings. I have a pretty rigid back brace on now that helps me to be able to function. Still dealing with a lot of pain. I have a knee that wants to give out on me at times, and a hip that is painful, and of course the incision areas in my back is rough. My days are better, my nights are rough, but I am healing, I am recovering, and I give God all the glory. For those of you that are my subscribers or ones watching this video, if you have a problem in life, reach out to God. He is an awesome God. My Jesus, my salvation. You can see the deer stand off in the distance now. I'm trying to walk so y'all can see the profile of the land versus me walking and just seeing a crowd of leaves. Just heard someone shoot in the distance. I hope they don't shoot me. Oh Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Protect me while I'm out here in the woods. Deer season has not started yet. Hunting season. So this is a really nice path to clear out. You can see the stand there. There's multiple stands on the property. I myself no longer hunt. I believe somebody's doing some plinking or some target practice. Y'all hear the gunshots. That is not me. I am not carrying a gun at the time. All I have on me is pocket knives. I am a concealed carry permit holder. I believe in the Second Amendment. It is our right. I shouldn't have to have a permit to carry a gun. Our Second Amendment states that we should be able to bare arms. But that's a totally different topic. The video yesterday I did a piece of petrified wood, a fossilized wood. This thing here is one of my favorite little things. It's a nice solid chunk. You can see where it's polished on the ends from being in and out of pockets. I just absolutely love it. It's a good solid chunk. It is hard as stone. Just absolutely love it. There's the stand. Nobody's been up in and out of it for quite a while. I'm sure it's about rotted out and not safe. You can see back up to the property the way I just came. It's a nice open path that my wife has kept clean and mowed. And EDC gadget number 2. The first one was the stone, the petrified wood. I believe everybody should have a nice headlight. This is a Bushnell rechargeable. We have quite a few of these over the years. They've changed. It's a headlamp. Stays good and bright. I like it because you don't have to put batteries in it. You can recharge it. Works really well. I got a 2-pack, one for me and one for my wife, for about 25 bucks shipped to the house off of eBay. It's a great deal. It's adjustable head strap, works really well, especially if you're having to do chores at nighttime, feeding animals or walking the land. It's really bright, lasts a long time. All right, keep on walking. Once I get to a more comfortable spot, I'll stop and do a filming. You can see that the land is sort of open. It's got a lot of fallen debris over the years. We come down here and do shooting and target practice. Altogether, there's not quite 20 acres of property that my family owns. Forgive the shooting in the background. That's a neighbor, which I love that he has the right to shoot and do what he wants. That's just awesome. The same respect that I have that when me and my family come down here with our handguns or rifles or shotguns or whatever the case may be, as long as it's done safely and you pick up your spent shells and don't leave debris or trash after your shooting expedition, so to speak. This is the same creek that runs from behind my house that was shown in a previous video, that zigzags in and out of the property. It comes down here, and over the years during the storms, I'm getting ready to cross over a bridge that my father made with the help of friends that crosses this creek. My wife has done much work. This bridge has floated up and moved and shifted, and she is the one that has kept this thing in place. You can't really see it because of the leaf coverage. There's railroad iron beneath this bridge, topped with wood and cinched down over the creek here to allow a passing of ATVs or golf carts or lawnmowers or trucks. It's really solid. Like I said, my wife has had just a turmoil of time of keeping this bridge here and set up. So, you know, I give her all the credit for that. Again, that's the creek that passes over, that goes back, and then this same creek zigzags back and forth all the way to the river. Let me step up over here so I don't lose my balance. I gotta climb a small little incline. My right knee wants to give way on me, so I have to be very careful. This video is going to be a little longer than normal. I've just reached the 15-minute mark. So hopefully everybody will stay tuned and continue watching. I know you guys are interested in the walk of the property. I'm going to continue walking on. All this here has been upkept by my wife. I know I've already said it multiple times, but I want to give her credit. A nice pathway. Okay, I'm gonna keep on walking. Here we have the a TWOSUN. I can't remember the model number. This has the Emerson style opener, so when you pull it out of your pocket, it opens up on this tab here. This is just a great Wong design. It's just absolutely beautiful. Goes in and out of the pocket very well. I will update later in the title description the model number of this knife. Again, all the knives I'm going to be showing are TWOSUNS. This here is just a beautiful example of their titanium and D2. That's the first knife. Okay, continue walking. This knife here is the knife that started my venture with TWOSUN probably about a year ago. This is the TWOSUN TS107, also by Wong. Just so much work, me being a machinist, and I look at the sculpted handles and the work that is involved in making this knife. It's just great. Absolutely love it. It is superbly done. I love the blade shape. Love the pocket clip. Blade centering as usual on TWOSUNS is superb. Nice flipper tab. Fires open. Light switch type opening. They all have the ramps to where when you go to close them, it has instead of the stop where it hits that detent ball, they have a machine ramp into the blade that allows for easy closing. Just awesome knife. Continuing down the path, I'm gonna keep walking. Have a couple ways to go here. One was cut off by a tree. As you can see, there's a lot of fallen trees. We're getting close to the river now. This path here was cut off by a fallen tree. This was the original path. And another one was made to get by it. You can see an old stand there, and a different stand that back in the day when my dad was living, it was called the Cadillac stand. And that's this one coming up. Trying to be careful where I step and not fall. There's the Cadillac stand right there. Really nicely done. My dad was an avid deer hunter. Whew. Gotta be careful where I walk. Trying to hold the phone so y'all can see a view and me not fall down. Forgive the mess of the property, of all the fallen trees and stuff. Storms and hurricanes have played a major role in how this property looks. I thank my wife for being able to get down here and keep a clean path to be able to get to the property. There's the Cadillac stand. You climb up in there. It's pretty nice. I'm not sure how structural, how the integrity of the structure is. I'm trying to follow the path back down here. You can see a lot of trees. This land has been timbered over time. I hope I don't run out of video footage in my SD card that I'm filming on before I get down here and finish. Showing you the knives that I have on me. We're at 22 minutes almost. I think it's sort of pretty cool. You can hear the people shooting in the background. You know, that's America at its best, being able to come out in your backyard. You know, my shooting grounds are right in my backyard. It's a wonderful thing. I'm sort of winded. This is a pretty long walk for me. Not only now that I'm walking here, I gotta walk back without the assistance of a cane, which I think I'm doing pretty good. I have to keep my right knee fairly locked to allow me not to fall. Lord knows I do not want to fall, because I don't think I'd be able to get back up. Hence, I told my son before I was leaving to come check on me in a little while to make sure I haven't fallen. This land did not look quite this way a couple years ago. It was much cleaner. You could drive a truck all the way back here. But now, because of all of the fallen trees, it makes it sort of impossible. Me and friends of mine have come down here over the years and camped out overnight. A lot of cypress knots and roots. You know, it's just really pretty. I'm going to try to step around this log here without falling, so I can give you a good riverfront shot. That creek ends about right there, and then another creek on the other side runs back down to the property, into the river that we're getting ready to come up on. My dad sat back here on this edge of the riverbank here and done quite a bit of fishing for croaky and pinfish and bass. This is the Northeast Cape Fear River, and there we're getting ready to come up on. Here's an old rotten stand. You'd be surprised over the years, you know, the water line, when we had severe flooding, would come up well past this here. You can see some of the watermarks on the trees of how high it flooded during storms. The bank here rises up pretty high. You can see from the property back here. Would love to build something back here one day, either a camp or a home, but because of the flooding and the access, it would be almost impossible. Climbing this hill here. And here we go, y'all. Here is the Northeast Cape Fear River. Isn't that pretty? This is the back side of my property. It's just gorgeous, isn't it, guys and girls? This is a fairly busy river. A lot of boats come back up and down. I have neighbors that have ramps for getting in and out. I'm gonna try to walk down this embankment here and walk over here and show you where the river comes into my property from the creek that runs all the way from behind my house. Trying to get around this. Alright guys, I'm going to set my phone in my pocket real quick. I had to adjust my brace. It was slipping on me. I'm walking up the bank here. This is where the creek runs into the property here. That creek and branch that runs from behind my house. This is it, where it makes entry into the river. Isn't that pretty, guys? Very nice. You can see to where it makes an entry into the property. I think one day, if I'm ever able to create some kind of a access you can see it goes into the river there, and the river's flowing pretty good. All right, I'm gonna stand right here and lean up against this tree and show you a few pocket knives that I have against the backdrop of the river. Okay, let's see what else I got in here. Here's one of my favorites. This is the TWOSUN TS64. I would call this my favorite EDC. I mean, just listen when that opens. It's scissor-like. Just a great knife. Beautiful. Goes in and out of the pocket superbly. I do like it's hard to open. I don't have the dexterity to do it right now. I'm tired. But just a great blade shape. Opens great, carries great. I love the black wash titanium. One of the best pocket clips on TWOSUNS that I've seen to date. The TWOSUN TS64. I have my key rings, my keys. I have a little EDC flashlight made by Olight. I don't know if you can see that or focus that in. This runs on a AAA battery. You can carry this on a key ring or just individual in your pocket. It works great. Oop, I feel raindrops. I might get wet on the way back to the house. Great little carry flashlight. I got it free with the purchase of another light that I bought from Olight, with a link that I found on LTK's website or channel. I carry my key ring my keys to my truck in my house. This is a nice little brass EDC device. Works really well if need be in a situation to where you had it. I have a nice little lanyard bead. This is sort of like the dwarfs from Lord of the Rings, and I created a knot and connected to my keys on some rings that I used to wear that I don't wear anymore. So I made a use for them. This here is a very good G10. Opens thumb stud very well. Sort of the zombie green killer flipper knife. Titanium pocket clip, which I really like. Goes well in and out of pocket. Good frame lock. Good blade centering. It has a nice cutout for flipping for right-handers. Left-handers not so good. Just a really good knife. Like the shape, like the color. This is one that I will not dye. The green is sort of, it's a bright green, but I really like it. I'll update the name or the model number of this knife in the description tab when I get done making this video. Let's see. What else do I have stuffed in my pockets? A whole bunch. The Stingray. This is a front flipper. This is one that has not really quite grown on me yet. I really like the symmetrical design of the carbon fiber on either side. A lot of people love this knife. This one is in D2. Really nice blade shape. I've thought about selling this one. This one is a Mazwan Mokhtar design. The blade is D2. They do offer this in $390 now. I have not gotten that knife yet, and probably won't, seeing how this knife here is not one of my favorites, but it's one that I will probably keep. I do have some knives that I will be selling on eBay soon. This is another one that is symmetrically done. I think this is the 25. I'm not sure. This is definitely a keeper. It's a smaller knife. Just love it. Flipper. Works really well. Nice design. Nice titanium pocket clip. This is one of those ones that has the hidden screw, which is one of my favorite things about TWOSUNS on some of their pocket clips. The blade pretty much disappears inside the handle, the frame. Really well executed knife. TWOSUN just does a great job. Let's see. This one here, I like the design. This is one that I will probably be dyeing if I decide to keep. Dagger style, TS46. I wish I could get the titanium frame version. I got this and it's sort of big and bulky. Pocket clip doesn't work that great, but it does. This is aesthetically pleasing, which is the reason I got it, but I need to do some dremeling here to allow for an easier access. If I do keep it, like I said, I'll probably dye the scales, and I will sharpen both sides of the edge. This side here is sharpened. This side here is a false edge. The blade does disappear well enough into the handle that I believe I could sharpen both sides and not cause any problems as far as cutting myself, pulling it in and out of my pocket. That is the TWOSUN TS46, which was hard to find for a while. I think there's an auction on eBay for a titanium version, but they're asking way too much for it. Let's see. I think that's it out of my back pocket. Yep. I've showed you the ones in my front pocket. Okay. While I'm filming a long video here, y'all have seen this one in another video of mine. This one and the carbon fiber version are some of my favorite knives. This is another Wong design, which I love Wong. Just a great knife. The shape, the feel, just a very functional knife. This little feature here really does nothing except aesthetics. It is cut out for easy access to the ramp. Again, I'll upload this one here for the number. Just a great knife. I absolutely love it. TWOSUN does a great job. I have this one and the carbon fiber on one side and the titanium on the far side. This is the full titanium. And last is the TWOSUN, I believe it's the 80. TWOSUN TS80. I have the G10 version. This is thumb open only. Full titanium with the carbon fiber inlays. It's very symmetrical. Also, again, it is the hidden screw pocket clip. When I first got this knife, I didn't really care for it, but over time and getting the action with my thumb correct, this is definitely a keeper. Great knife. Also has the lanyard option. Blade centering is perfect, as TWOSUNs always are. I think that's all I have in my pockets for TWOSUNs. Oh, one more. Okay, and then we're done and I'll stop filming. This is, I think it's, again, I don't know the model number. It's one I've had for a while. I like this one because of the size and the small and the little ceramic ball in it there and there. It's geometrically, it's, you know, it's a good looking knife, a small pocket knife. I really like the little pocket clip with the ball. Works well in and out of pocket. It's a little cumbersome to open if you're not careful. You're pushing on the frame lock when you open it. Nice blade shape, just a beautiful little knife. It's just awesome. I love TWOSUNs. It is an addictive hobby. Well, guys and girls, that's it. That's the river. I'm sorry for the long video, but I know some guys have made comments about seeing the property and seeing me getting out and walking. I'm really trying to recover and get back to my normal self. It's been a journey. Well, that's it, guys and girls. This is the property. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I'll do some more videos, maybe coming down here with a table in the future and sitting down and just watching the water flow by and giving really good descriptive videos where I can sit down and relax without standing here and trying to handle the phone and pulling a knife out and showing it to you, and having some little literature set aside so I can give you the correct numbers for the knives. But I know this is more about me healing and enjoying what I do and showing you guys and girls my property, my family's property, and showing you my passion is knives and life and my wife and my children and God. And again, y'all, God is the true healer. He's used these physicians and doctors to do His work, but He is in control of all things, and I give Him the credit and the glory, and He is my testimony for my healing. We're coming up on 40 minutes, and I thank y'all for watching. For the ones that have watched till the end, thank you. If you like, subscribe, hit notifications, bells on. My channel is slowly growing. I think I'm up to 65 subscribers, which is not a great number, but everyone that has subscribed, I appreciate it greatly. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get the channel up to enough subscribers to where I can do some giveaways. I can get some monetization of my channel and get some advertisements to where it will help me out, so I can do more videos and have better equipment besides using my cell phone. Remember, this is Garricore EDC. God loves you, and I do too. God bless America and everyone else. Support the NRA. Feel free to agree or disagree. buildinghomesforheroes.org. Well, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up, cut the phone off so I can walk and I make sure I don't fall. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Until next time, probably I'll be sitting at my desk and do a more detailed description of the video and stuff and such. So, y'all take care. Hope you enjoy. This is Garricore EDC out, and I'll talk to y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.